Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Outside Shots. I already hate this morning because EJ came in just crazy as all get out. As usual, we're brought to you by the good folks at OG's. I'm Saul, and you know who he is. I don't even want to introduce him right now.
Why?
He's already on my last nerve.
Why?
We just started. You walked in like gangbusters, just like screaming down the hallway, and then comes in here and he's like giving our new producer. I mean, he's getting to know our new producer, and then all of a sudden,
last night,
these two seem like they've already bonded over like just trying to rip me. And one of these things is not like the other one. One of these things might not have a job tomorrow. That's all I'm gonna say.
So you threatening the young man?
Yeah,
I will end this live stream right now.
You have to, set standards, man.
Hold it. The dude's last name is Ruby. Now, do you understand how powerful that is? Think about that. You got the Kennedys, you got the Johnsons.
That's an interesting name to bring up with
you
Ruby,
got the Ruby.
by the way.
Have you ever heard of the Rubies?
Well, it just seems
outside of like the deli or the cafeteria?
It seems like it's like pristine. It's some kind of history there. Like the Rubies. Think about it. Like, let's go have dinner with the Rubies. That's pretty deep.
That does
man.
sound kind of elitist. I'm
yeah,
not gonna
because
lie.
I mean, like, all due respect to your last name. I mean, let's go have dinner with the Bookmans.
You're damn right.
That sounds like a game show.
Because we're gonna have some good times.
But that's what I'm saying. That sounds like good times. We're gonna hang out with Bookman. But lastly, before we get started,
okay.
How old are you?
Jesus Christ. This shit again.
No, I'm just
I will wear my hat however I want to, EJ.
I mean, this dude, 50 years old, and he
50?
wearing it.
Holy shit, 50?
I mean,
Oh my
really?
God.
You don't you know it gets to a point in time when you get past
You
30,
look like I've never met your kinfolk, but you probably look right now like your uncle or your daddy when he was working out on the car and he had his hat to the side, just like, hey boy, go and give me that tool over there.
I mean, you too old to be wearing your hat like this, man.
I can wear it however I want. That's the beauty of life.
Yeah, it gets to a point when you get over 35.
35. We're making up our own rules now.
You're not allowed to go in a fast food restaurant. Those days are over. Like, stay your ass out the fast food restaurant. Once you get past 35, they tell kids they can't go in a nightclub before they're 21. Well, an adult needs to stay out of the fast food, McDonald's, Wendy's, all due respect to those beautiful establishments, without a doubt. But once you get past 35,
he says not knowing if they're a
stay your
sponsor.
butt out of those freaking fast food restaurants. Like, and so straighten
what
your
does
hat
that have
up,
to do
man.
with my hat?
Straighten your hat up.
No, I will wear my hat however I damn well please. This chemistry is way
I'm
off.
gonna do the show. It's like, I mean, seriously. I mean, we look like two amateur comedians.
You do look like an OG with your hat like that. I'd just be like, let's just be truthful. That's what Jay said in the chat right now. So anyway, let's talk about chemistry because clearly right now we have a lack of it. So the Suns trying to figure it all out. Obviously, the other day they get upset by Wemby and the Spurs in the last couple seconds of the game. Shouldn't have been that close. They blew the lead. They had a 20-point lead in the third quarter. I just want to kind of get your opinions on, really what you saw that game and what you think about the Suns and so far through 4 games.
Ugly loss. Unfortunately, they're gonna have a few more. I think you always want to get off to a good start in the season. You want to be able to beat the teams that on paper you're supposed to beat. But it normally doesn't work out that way. Like, it's the marathon of it all. You're going to have good losses. You're going to have bad losses. You're going to have, bad wins. I mean, it's just then at the end you add them up and you say, okay, we're 54 and whatever. I mean, that's the way you look at it. Yeah, you should be upset. Kevin Durant should have been upset. Like all the guys, the way they shot the ball, they shot 50% from the field and 46 from three and lost. Yeah, but guess what? Let's dig into that. Let's take that a little deeper. The 3-point shooting is what we thought it would be with this team.
Yeah.
Right?
They
moved the ball well.
They shot nearly 50%.
They navigated the double team. Kevin was very unselfish, got it to the shooters. A lot of good things happened in the midst of San Antonio and them finding out about San Antonio. They're never going to quit. A Greg Popovich team never quits. Yeah. That's why he's considered one of the greatest coaches ever. They're going to execute their offense. They're down 20. They're going to keep playing. Why? They're used to being down 20. Those are the most dangerous teams. And we allowed Keldon Johnson to get crazy hot.
Yeah.
And then Vassell added on. And then Wembanyama stepped it up late. That's a win. And so it's unfortunate, but you just wash it away and you say, man, I'm glad we got them again Thursday and we don't have to think about what we want to do to them 2 months from now. So they have an opportunity tonight to make amends for it and for 48 minutes and see if they can get it done.
The troubling thing about Twitter is that people take these games and they kind of apply them with like an NFL mindset. The NFL only has 17 games, so every game is crucial in the NFL. And people take that and they put it to the NBA. It's not the same. You have 82 games. You're bound to have a flaw here and there as the season goes along. I've been saying that. I've been saying that all season. I said that yesterday Tuesday when they lost. And lo and behold, what happened last night? The Denver Nuggets got absolutely bamboozled in Minnesota. They weren't even close in that game from beginning to end. It was the Timberwolves had the lead from beginning to end. The Nuggets lose by double digits by 20 points, 20 plus points. And then the Bucks, same thing. They weren't even close in that game against Toronto, and Toronto is one of the worst teams in the league right now on paper. So, again, these are the ebbs and flows of the NBA. A lot of moving parts, especially with this team with about 13 new players on the roster. They got to figure it out. And I'm tired of everybody just freaking out after every little single game. I get that they blew a 20-point lead. They shouldn't have done it. My issue with that game, really my primary issue, is once San Antonio went to the zone again, and we saw this against the Lakers, the Suns had a little bit of a tougher time trying to find quality shots. And I think that's where, and they got some open shots this time around as opposed to against the Lakers where it felt like they couldn't really even get a bucket. They got a couple open opportunities. They just couldn't cash it in. And I think if one of those drops, the Suns win. But that's my issue. Are you concerned about any of the zone plays so far that you've seen?
No. Because time will make it right. When you have Devin and eventually Beal on the floor with KD with those shooters, that zone's not going to work. It's a strategic tool that you don't do it all the time. You just do it after timeouts. You do it, strategically during phases of a game. You can't stay in it because NBA players will eventually figure it out and pick it apart. But it's just a tool that coaches use. I wouldn't worry too much about that at all. The only thing that I would worry about with this team, and we didn't see that the other night, was energy level. I thought the energy level was good. I thought the defense was good to a point. But, again, when you allow a guy to get hot like Keldon Johnson did, I don't care what defense is on him. Like, dude was raining threes. It wasn't like he was getting layups.
Yeah.
The biggest mistake we made was that, and KD will admit to this, didn't block out Wembanyama on the missed shot. Game over. Like, that's a winning situation there.
Yeah.
Game over. He gets that rebound, game over. But not only did he get the rebound, Wembanyama, he basically just wasted a half a second and dunked it in. That gave them more time on the clock. So it's those things, man, you look back on and you say, okay. But San Antonio know they got a gift the other night. In the NBA, 82 games, you're going to get a few gifts. You're going to get a few gifts, man. And it's just the nature of it. This is how it works out. And gifts will come in different ways. Last night in the Clipper game, what's one of the gifts the Lakers got in overtime? Paul George got his 6th foul because he was crazy hot. So those things just happen, man. And you can be upset if you're Suns fans. Oh man, we needed to get that, but come on, don't waste too much breath on it. It's not worth it. It's too early. They got 78 more games.
Yeah. There's a lot more games left to go. We have a couple comments in the chat right now. Jay said the sky is falling. He's obviously being sarcastic. And then German Dominguez is already bitter about everything right now. I don't know what's going on, but he says, Bradley Beal is not playing over 40 games this season. You are delusional. It's UR, YOU''RE, but whatever. It's cool. I don't know how you can make that assessment. I didn't know you were on the Suns medical staff.
Because he's a what?
Water boy.
Couch potato.
And a couch potato. There we go.
He doesn't know. He'd be out for the year. Like, matter of fact, he'd be in the emergency room, in the lobby. Oh, I got back spasms. Oh, mommy. Little soft ass.
All right. We got a question from Charles Coulter. It says, EJ, do NBA big men do ladder drills to improve footwork?
NBA players do everything, man. Like, that's what people don't get. They think NBA players just have their nice cars, ride to the game, and they play. They're in the gym every day for hours. And if they're not in the gym, they're in therapy. They're in the weight room. They're sleeping. Because when you play in the NBA, you sleep a lot. I remember I used to sleep at least 12 hours.
Seriously?
Oh, man, please.
Wow.
Because my body was just, I needed it. My body was like, you're pushing me.
Yeah.
I was playing, high 30 minutes, man. I played one time 3 straight nights, back to back to back. That's what we used to do back in the day, people. Yeah. Okay, so when you want to question whether EJ was tough, we used to play in 3 different time zones. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I played 48 minutes, all 3 of them damn games. Okay?
Now who sounds old?
Yeah. Well, it doesn't matter. Sound old or not is what I okay, but the athletes today are in better condition, but yet back in the 80s, I was playing 3 straight nights of 48 minutes. Come on, man. It's NBA players are always busy, always taking care of themselves for their craft. They have to.
Yeah. I mean, Herman Dominguez came back and said, I'm bitter, man, because I want them to play. Hey, brother, we all want them to play. We do. Like, I appreciate you coming back.
They did play. They did play.
He's talking about Beal. He's talking about Beal, man.
But he's fine. Beal's taking care of his body.
Listen, he's just passionate. It's all good.
Well, what is Beal supposed to do? What is Bradley Beal supposed to do if his back hurt? Has your back ever hurt, man?
Wow.
You can't move nothing. And why would you put Bradley Beal out there right now and compromise him even more? Why would you do that, German?
David has a theory about that.
Why?
He said in EJ's era, everyone was on cocaine. That's why they shook off injuries so easily.
Well, I'm going to tell you something right now. Oh, but hold it. But marijuana's legal right now. That's a dumbass remark. But marijuana is legal right now.
Marijuana ain't
David.
coke. You don't smoke weed and then get hyped up and run through walls.
It doesn't matter what it is, in my estimation. You're putting it in your body, okay? It's a drug. It's a drug, and all drugs react differently to certain people. Teddy Grubbs, marijuana, and got some bad marijuana, and mentally was gone. Passed away here a couple of years ago, had to give up basketball because he got a bad batch of marijuana.
Was it like laced?
I don't know what it was because I don't do marijuana. I've never had drugs in my body in my life other than prescription drugs, okay? So I don't know. But my point is, you can talk about what guys did back then, but hey, they still played every night. So maybe it's a good remedy.
No, let's not go there. I don't want to see a headline that says EJ says coke is good for NBA players.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
No we're not going
drug.
there.
No drug is good for anybody. As I said, I've never done drugs in my life. I've been in rooms where they've had drugs piled up.
You fucking,
Don't do it.
We were chomping down on a piece of wood while somebody was cutting your knee open. Like, we all get it. You're
Don't
tough.
do it.
Okay.
Don't do it. It's a fool's choice.
Speaking of drugs, some of the El Valle stuff has leaked, and you might be like, whoa, that's a lot of colors, and am I tripping? But you're not. These are the El Valle jerseys that were just dropped today officially, even though there was tons of leaks beforehand, so a lot of you have already seen a lot of these jerseys. But Eddie, initially, your first impressions of the El Valle color scheme, what the jerseys look like, do you like the colors, so on and so forth. What say you?
No, I like that. I love that color. So that's first and foremost. I don't care how it's mixed up. The Suns always are at the top in regards to uniforms. The color scheme is always going to jump out at you, man. Like, you got a purple or orange. It's always going to jump out, man. And so, yeah, that's a beautiful uniform. But the name on the back is even better. We need to get them on the court, right?
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, get Booker on the court. But those jerseys are fantastic. They had a photo shoot. And then this is the court. So we did finally get the City Edition court. We were talking about this yesterday. The City Edition court, boom, there it is, El Valle. Two different, shades of purple. I like this court. I think it's simple. It's clean. It kind of, a little reminiscent of the Valle, court that they had back 2 years ago. Thoughts on that?
You and I got into it a little last week, I think, with the shoe stuff. Like, you jumped on me because I'm not into the shoes. Like,
I didn't jump on you because you're not into shoes. I jumped on you because you were bagging people that are.
Well,
there's a difference there.
Well, I think you can take it overboard a little bit. Like, I got like 2 pair of damn Nikes, and I don't like. I got some shoes. I got some LeBrons in the closet. I've never worn them. I got different shoes. I'm not I'm not that guy that wakes up and try to match my shoes with my stuff and all that. I'm just not into that. And as a basketball player, I'm not like, the only thing that I'm into on a basketball court, to be quite honest with you, is that orange rim. I just want to make sure that rim is orange.
It's just cheesiest shit I've ever heard in my life.
That's it. Orange rim and a white net. That's all I was interested in.
Disney movie ass phrase.
I didn't see anything else. All I saw was that orange rim and that white net. Y'all, you know why you all.
Oh my God, please.
You know why you.
See, you started off the show talking about my hat, and you turned your hat sideways. Now, go ahead, Sanford. Tell us how we're all wrong.
You know why you all are all into like the beauty around the game, the court, the shoe, and all that. Your concentration level is not here.
Oh my God!
Like, man, look, when I grew up. And look, you got to understand something, see, and you understand where I'm coming from. When I grew up, we used to play on chain nets.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like concrete, uneven concrete. Like, game bangers in the wind, hanging out, trying to know they're going to start some trouble. Like, the only thing we cared about was that it was a rim and a backboard. Like, that's all we cared about. We was out there in Converse, like canvas, feet hurting. Like, we didn't care. Snow on the ground. We shovel it up. Like, this generation, y'all into.
Don't say this generation. I was the same way.
Y'all into the prettiness of everything, man. And it's good. It's a good adjunct to what's going on, and I get it. But for me, it doesn't, like, thrill me. The only thing that thrills me is that orange ball going right between that orange rim and those white nets. Papa!
We got to go back a little bit. So before the show started, EJ told me we basically exist because of, we enjoying that NBA money, right? I was just like, what are you talking about? I don't get a dime from the NBA. He's like, well, this show exists because people have a love for the NBA. Eddie, you are in the same boat when it comes to the new trends and all that stuff. It keeps the NBA going, and you're here because of the NBA money as well.
But I earned that boat. I bought my damn ticket. I put in 18 years I earned that ticket. I'm on like borrowed time. I'm on an annuity. I supposed to be rewarded for what I did, what I put my body through. I took years off my life. You took years off your life doing what?
Yeah, just serving our country.
Sitting there with the water boys and them
serving our country in the Air Force. That's all. That's all I was
Eddie,
doing.
You can't shoot. Eddie.
But can you shoot?
I mean,
take them out.
Oh my gosh! All right. Well, I did want to get your opinion on something else too. The in-season tournament is about to begin. This is the El Valle in-season tournament. I already know you have a horrible ass take about this. It's an all-purple court, Eddie. This is what the guys are going to play twice on here in Phoenix when they play in those in-season tournament games. What are your initial impressions?
I mean, are they going to show videos of Prince? I mean, they're going to be like in between. I mean, really? I wore. You know what?
The court.
I have. I'm gonna tell you something. I have a suit that's not actually purple, but on TV
it looks purple.
It looks purple.
Okay.
Oh, so I'm aware. I'm
gotta wear
it
it
for you. I'm gonna wear it for you.
You 1,000,000% gotta wear that.
I will wear it for you.
There we go.
And you might not see nothing but my face because you know how the purple blends with the other purple. I'm gonna be sitting there. All you gonna just see is my face.
Be the Black Willy Wonka right here, baby. Let's go. I'm here for it.
Now, look, again, this is for the fans. And look, everything should be for the fans. The fans, if it wasn't for the fans, the NBA would not be at the level it's at.
Yeah.
So in that sense, I thank all of you all, really. I mean, we have fun on the show and all of that, but this is serious. Thank all of you all for supporting the NBA, for becoming tremendous fans. Because at one point in time, and I make note of it, that it used to be games with finals with televised tape delay. A different view of the league was a negative, even though it wasn't as negative as people thought, but they did view it that way. And the fans are the ones that have taken it to this crazy level, like with everything, with buying the jerseys, with the shoes, all of that. The only thing that drives me nuts, to be quite honest, is teams got 15 damn uniforms. I just, I'm traditional. I'm sorry. If you're the home team, you wear white. I just don't. I don't. I mean, because if somebody's not into the game, they turn the game on. They don't know who's home, who's away.
True.
So that's the only thing. But other than that, no. I think what the NBA has done, man, over the years has just been tremendous. And just sports in general, not from NFL, NHL, all of them.
Well,
they've polarized fans, brought them together, and given them stuff that they would like. And so the courts, the in-season tournament, and all of that, I think is a tremendous idea. I played in Europe one year, and they had in-season tournaments over there. I didn't really know I was playing in-season games until they explained it to me, tournament games. But once I figured it out, it was very competitive, and we liked it. And so all these things that the league is doing is tremendous.
Listen, I love it. The NBA has always been at the forefront of being more innovative than the other leagues. The other leagues always feel like they've been secondary and catching up to that innovation. The NBA does not shy away from it. They've done so many different things on and off the court to try and gather the fans' attention. I love it. I love the NBA. Again, like we talk about, the D-backs were in the World Series and baseball and stuff like that. And we talked about like just the evolution of technology, and even like we're looking at across the landscape in terms of like the RSNs and some of them going out of business. Right. I mean, we have one here in Valley Sports Arizona that's gone. And it's because the revenue streams are not there like they used to be. Things are going to a more digital age. A younger demographic wants to be more involved in sports, and the NBA is probably the best at getting those younger viewers to be involved. NBA Twitter is a thing. And why is it a thing? Because the NBA seemingly never stops. There's always some type of drama. It's like a real-life movie 365 days a year with trades, with drama, things going on and off the court, these players being more exposed in terms of like what you can see, like football, they're behind helmets. Sometimes you don't even know who the starting offensive tackle is because you can't see their face. So it really matters. And I think this is really awesome. I think also when we go and talk about this stuff, I think, again, the in-season tournament is another part of innovation, just like the play-in tournament, where people at first were like, I don't get it. I don't understand it. Why is this happening? I don't think I like it. And then it happens and you're like, oh, that was actually pretty cool. The play-in tournament is fantastic. It's 2 days of really awesome basketball, 4 days of really awesome basketball, because those teams are fighting to get in. And one of them made it all the way to the finals last year playing in the play-in tournament in Miami Heat. So it does matter. I'm excited to see this, but I do want you to rank so you played for 6 teams in the NBA, and I want you to rank which of these are the best according to you. So this is the Sacramento Kings because you played for the Kansas City Kings.
I like that one.
Okay. Next one is the Charlotte Hornets.
I've always loved the Charlotte Hornets colors. I did play for them. Tremendous uniforms. The color scheme was great. Okay, they're up there. I would probably still have the Kings ahead of them right now.
Okay, Kings are number 1. Okay, this is OKC because you played for the Sonics and the Sonics moved to OKC.
Don't like the color combination with the orange splashing on the gold. It looks like I don't like that.
That's the play-in season tournament trophy.
No, I know the gold colors.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. All right. And then we have Houston.
The H-Town is cool. Obviously, I played in Houston as we're showing these courts, and always loved that nickname. So I would say SAC and H-Town right now.
Okay. And then finally, we have the Indiana Pacers.
No.
No. Okay.
They're like a banana.
Okay. All right. So your favorite were the Rockets and the Kings. You don't like the Suns over any of them?
Yes. No, I like the Suns too. Put the Suns back up.
Okay. Well, then this is the Suns. Here it goes. All right. So there's the Suns.
No, I like the Suns. I wish it was purple though. I wish the line was purple.
Okay.
And the floor was that color.
Oh, and the floor was turquoise?
Yeah.
Oh, that might have gone hard actually too.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie about that. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Well, there you go. Obviously that's not a trip, but you can always trip when you take some OGs, safely, of course, because they have the best edibles in the game. Check them out at ogsbrands.com. Go to your closest dispensary. They have the RSOs, the Happy Balance, the Indicas, the Sativas, the whole 9 yards. Check them out. And please follow them on social at ogsbrands on both Twitter and on Instagram. Again, go to ogsbrands.com. And plus, right now, you can save 25%. See, I knew I was going to screw this up because I knew.
Go to OGs and be sitting here like this.
No, you can save 25%
like
right now, actually. And Eddie, I know you don't partake, but if there was ever a time for you to partake, right now would be a great time because OGs is obviously offering a 25% discount by using promo code PHNX. It's just that simple. At any Zen Leaf dispensary from now until the end of November.
So you might push. You want to play some Curtis Mayfield?
I'm your lover. I'm your daddy. I'm that in the alley.
I'm your doctor when you need
a true friend.
Have some what? Have some blank. Have some weed. You know me. I'm your friend. Your main boy.
To the end. I'm your pusher.
Yeah, you my pusher, man. All right. Okay.
There we go. And then on top of that, go to Four Peaks because Four Peaks, the brewery on 8th Street Pub is fantastic. Check them out. They got the Suns Brew. They got, the Kill Lifters, your Wow Wheats. And then they have the Pumpkin Porter, which is my favorite during the holiday season, especially right now during, October, November timeframe. So check it out. Go to Four Peaks Brew on Twitter or Instagram. Give them a follow and make sure that no matter what, with both OGs and Four Peaks, that you're at least 21 years of age and you enjoy responsibly. Mm-hmm. All right. Let's talk. We talked a little bit about Wemby earlier, but what were your initial impressions of Victor Wembanyama and in his Phoenix debut and really what you've seen from the young man? 19 years old. I still can't get over that. 19 years old, 7'4", freaky length. What have your initial impressions been of him?
I think he's going to be a tremendous player. I couldn't even imagine playing in the NBA when I was 19 years old. Like, I was 185, and I could not even stand up straight because they kept knocking me down. As physical as the NBA was back then, I couldn't even imagine if I was out there as a 19-year-old Now, from a skill set, I would have been fine. But your skill doesn't work unless you can stay upright, unless you can command position, unless you know how to get open, use your strength to get open. Well, guess what? I wasn't strong. And he's not strong at a high level yet. And so that's why we're seeing him take a lot of threes. I hope that will change as he gets stronger. But it is no part of the game that this kid doesn't have, like at that size. And then defensively, he's a monster. Like I heard players are shooting like 20% when he's guarding them.
Yeah.
So it's like he's going to be special, man. And he has what I'm really more impressed with when I look at young players. Everybody's going to make mistakes. Everybody's going to have a bad run. Everybody's going to do something silly on the court, get into a slump, all those things. Like I've always been taught, and I think this is why I was able to persevere in the league, is that I have a really short-term memory. Now, it doesn't do you well when you get older, but I would forget things quickly. Mm-hmm. And I didn't carry much with me. And I think that was just something that just developed with me growing up in the inner city of Chicago and being around some difficult times. A lot of times you just don't want to remember some of the bad things and bad occurrences. And so for me growing up, I was able to navigate that, and I still am in life. And I just feel like he is in that space, man. Mm-hmm. Like he goes out of the game and he sits there and they put the camera on him and you could just tell he's just thinking. He's just like he's settling himself. It's like he makes a mistake. He doesn't like kick and scream and do all this. He's just like, and to me, we see that a lot in the international player. And a part of that is their demeanor and how they've been raised as a basketball player. You see it with Jokic.
Yeah.
Jokic has a quiet anger in him, and you'll see it when he hits you, right? He's got a nastiness in him. And I think Wembanyama has a nastiness in him that's going to surprise some people as he gets stronger. And that's the only, once he gets stronger, man, he can command wherever he wants to be on the court. It's over. It's over on both sides.
Yeah.
Because that's how good. And Keldon Johnson was hot. Vassell hit some big shots. Well, Wembanyama really won that game yesterday. Yeah. Because if it wasn't for him, he hit the little quick two, and he hit it quickly, which saved time on the clock.
The little jumper at the elbow.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, just stuff like that, man, in winning time wins games. Yeah. Not giving up on a shot, standing there hoping it went in. He went right to the rim and dunked it in. All of a sudden now, it's a 1-point game again. So to me, man, he's going to be unbelievable. And the Suns got to be ready tonight because I think the confidence now of them winning the other night, they've had an opportunity to hang out in Phoenix, a little mini vacation for them. Yeah. They're going to show up, and they're going to be very comfortable in that space. And so it's not going to be an easy game tonight.
Yeah. No, I completely agree. I was impressed by him. I agree with you. I feel like, Shaq was trying to say we've seen this before because we've seen Bol be, an exceptional height and have some of those skill sets. But Wemby, to me, is a lot more of a calculated player. He's a lot more in control of his own body, which sounds a little weird. When I watch Bol, I don't know what the hell's about to happen. You know what I mean? And when I watch Wemby, I don't get quite that same feeling. I feel like he's in control. He knows what he wants to try and do. And he's still a young player. So you see those young player mistakes that will happen, but that to me is not the same as what Bol will do on a game-to-game basis. It's not a roller coaster, so to speak. So, and listen, Wemby found himself in a phenomenal position to be able to be coached by Pop, one of the best coaches we've ever had in this.
He went to the right
game.
Place.
Yeah.
And the league is not upset. The other owners aren't upset because they know this man is going to add to the billions and billions that the league overall is going to bring in, and they're going to all reap the benefits of him. So you definitely went to the right place. I mean, a lot of French ex-players that's around, Tony Parker, Boris Diaw, all played for the Spurs. It's like it was the perfect environment for this young man to go to.
And before we go on to your boy, I do see some people in the chat that were saying that are praising you for going at Reggie Miller a little bit on Twitter the other day. Not happy with his commentary, are you?
I played with Reggie. Before I played with Reggie, I couldn't stand him.
Mm-hmm.
Literally could not stand him. Nobody could stand him, and Reggie didn't care. It was like I didn't care. I talked junk too.
Yeah.
And then I became his teammate. Most unselfish stars I've ever played with. First guy in the gym, last guy to leave. Always galvanized his teammates. Always we were going out to dinner, going to his house, fighting for the team. Happy if you played well. I'm not just, and I know I'm getting ready to kill him a little bit after this, but I'm just saying, seriously, I consider him a friend. And, you know, we got to the point in life where you get older, you get over 50, you say it all the time. But no, I truly love this guy. I mean, I think that his passion for the game and all that is great. But in saying that, Reggie, what's wrong, man? Like, it's obvious you don't like the Suns. Yeah. It's obvious, man. And that's fine. Everybody has their favorite teams and all that. But it's obvious, man. And I'm just ticked off at TNT because he does a lot of our games because he don't want to travel. Because he lives in L.A. He got a young kid, okay? And, you know, they give him a lot of our games. And we don't need him. Because Reggie cheers for everybody other than Sun. If you're – look, people can get on me all they want. They can say, Eddie, you're a homer. I work for the Suns, dude. Okay? I'm supposed to lean toward the Suns. I'm the hometown broadcaster. That's different. Reggie sounds like he was Sean Elliott. Like he's the Spurs broadcaster and whoever else, the Nuggets or the Lakers. Every time they play the Suns, he is leaning toward the other team. Those last 5 minutes of that game, he never mentioned anything good the Suns did. And when Kevin Durant made a good move and drove to the basket and laid it up, he said he thought he traveled. Like, he totally was cheering for San Antonio. You're a national broadcaster, man. You cannot do that. And if he was in the room and he wanted to talk to me about it, well, Eddie, no, dude, I've been doing this a lot longer than you. Just because you're doing it nationally don't mean you're better. It just means you know more people. That's it. That's all. You know, so I understand the nuances of broadcasting. And if you're a national broadcaster, you have to stay in the middle. You cannot lean to one side. And he's a cheerleader for the other side, especially when it comes to the Suns. And I had to call him out on it. If he want to have a discussion about it, we can't. He and I argued about a lot of things. I don't run. He doesn't either. Bring it.
Love it. Love it. Hey, listen, I think we all see it. We all hear it. And we're all kind of tired of it. Anyway, you're not tired of LeBron James.
Are you?
No. Honestly, last night was pretty cool to watch him do what he was doing. Last night, LeBron James became the first player in NBA history to score 35-plus points in a game in their 21st season. Not a lot of guys get to the 21st season, and there sure aren't a lot of guys that put up 35 points because he's the only one. What we're seeing with LeBron James, and listen, I don't know what's going to happen for the duration of the season.
We've been saying that for the last 3 years.
No, I know. But what I'm saying is now, you know, with the load management rules and all this other stuff, and we did see it already. Like the Clippers played all their guys in back-to-backs, which would have never happened last year. Like, and both Paul George and Kawhi both played.
And they had great games.
And they had great games, and they both played 35-plus minutes. Like, that's good for the NBA. I love it.
Good for them, I hope.
Oh, yeah, you hope. And LeBron is, you know, obviously just in a whole nother category himself, by the way he prepares, the way he takes care of his body. We've all known it. He's the first one in the gym. He wakes up, he goes to the weight room, he lifts, he does all the things that you need to do at his age to stay at the peak of your abilities. He knows that he has to work harder now as he gets older. Otherwise, you're going to lose a little bit. Mm-hmm. And it's remarkable to watch what he's doing right now. Listen, I still think Michael Jordan is the GOAT. I don't care. But LeBron James is one of the greatest players of all time. And I will say this, because of his longevity, because of the things that he's doing because of the way he's taking care of his body in this day and age, I think what he's doing is more remarkable than just about any other athlete that's ever played the game outside of maybe Tom Brady.
Yeah, I mean, to me,
Tom won a championship at 40 in the NFL, and that's just not easy to do.
No, it's not. It's not. But LeBron even more than Tom Brady, because Tom Brady gets to rest every freaking play for 30 seconds. And then he goes and sits on the bench when they're on defense.
But he's also getting crushed by linemen and defensive linemen.
I didn't say what he went through on offense was easy. I didn't say that, Saul.
You said it was easy.
I didn't say that, Saul. Doing. What I said was LeBron doesn't get a chance to score on one end and then take his ass over there on the bench and sit down. Okay. So you get what? When you go sit down, you sitting down right now. Aren't you getting rejuvenated because you had to walk 10 feet in here and you were short of breath?
I'm getting absolutely worn out.
You were short of breath. You short of breath when you walked 10 feet in here, but when you sat down, you got your rest. Listen.
Keep it going.
Listen, people. I don't know how to really say this and be nice, but I'm going to try. Listen, I played till I was 40 years old. So you can't push back on me and tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. I was in pristine condition. I had offers to play after I was 40, but I said no. I gave it up. Because I knew that I'd be stilling at a high level. I had been stilling for a couple of years, but I would really be stilling at a high level then, right? Like Mike Miller did. Remember Mike Miller? He was just he was in a hospital bed when he was playing. They could have just been rolling him up the court in a wheelchair, but he was still out there doing it. So a lot of guys played a long time, but you could tell they were at that stage where it's like, why are you out there, man? Like, you don't even say that about this dude. Like, no. He in his 21st year, and just think about it. He was the best player on the floor last night amongst Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, Russell Westbrook, Anthony Davis. These are supposed to be guys that should have taken the mantle from him maybe after his 14th year, as people took the mantle from Michael Jordan, okay, after his 13th, 14th year. People should have taken the mantle from him, and they still can't. They still can't in his 21st year. That's why he is the GOAT. All due respect to MJ. Like, that's why he is. Because 21 years, this man probably 3 years in has taken the face of the league and nobody can take it. That's why. And it's because of his energy. It's because of his commitment. The man's a billionaire. It's only, 4 athletes right now that they list, ex-NBA players, the athletes they list as billionaires.
Yep.
Tiger, done. MJ, done. Right?
Mm-hmm. And now LeBron and Magic.
Magic, done. LeBron still playing. None of them became billionaires while they were playing. He's doing it while he's playing. Like, he's doing things, and people get on me because, no, man. Like, I understand. Like, it's a total commitment. If I was a billionaire playing, how many players you think, if they had reached billionaire status like LeBron, would still be playing?
Oh, not a lot.
They wouldn't.
Not a lot. No.
So it shows his love for the game. It shows his commitment to the game. It shows his desire to make his body right for the game and compete at a high level. And that's why he can't give it up, because he knows that he can still go out there and do what he did last night. He can't do it at a high level every night, but he can go out there and make up his mind to do it. He can do it. Last year in the playoffs against Denver, what did he do? He said, look, I don't want to get swept. He came out and dropped 40. Had 30-something in the first half. Like, he still can do it. A lot of great players can't. And that's why he has the lead on MJ. It's not because I think the world of MJ. But I do the whole body work of everything. And lastly, people say, well, if MJ played as long as he did, he couldn't. That's the point. He couldn't. And it's MJ's fault that he couldn't. MJ liked to party a little bit. He had a little drink on. Maybe a couple of OGs. I don't know.
Real quick, Eddie, who's the Who's the oldest player in NBA history to score at least 40 points in a game?
Who's the oldest?
Mm-hmm.
LeBron is LeBron has scored the most in 21 years.
No, he's in his 21st season, but he's not the oldest to ever score.
It might be Kareem. I don't know.
No, it's actually Michael Jordan.
That's fine, but he did it on the Wizards.
So what?
They would just I called the game.
He did it after sitting out for 2 straight years. He came back and still busted the NBA. What are you talking about?
Nobody in their right mind is ever going to say that MJ can't score. Okay? But he can't do it constantly over a period of a season.
Okay.
LeBron averaged 20. He's been averaging 27 plus the last 3 years.
I got you.
So I could go out there and get 16 and 64.
You could not right now.
I could. If they get if they set screens for me coming off screens and I took 25 shots like MJ did.
25 shots.
That's what he did to get the 40.
To get 40. You're trying to get 25 to get 16.
I said 16. I can get it. I'm 64. I'll be 24 years older than MJ at that time. 24 years older. Anybody can do it for one game. This dude is doing it for a full season and playing 30-plus minutes.
Fair enough.
Stop, man. Like, the argument is never going to cease with this, Saul, and I get it, and that's fine. But people need to understand, stop holding on. What you're seeing right now in this dude, what you're seeing, you won't see again. Now, I know people, oh, yeah, we will with science and all that. Whatever. No, we won't. You know why? Because the average player, the average lottery pick in the NBA, starting last year, they said, if they just hold on and do what they were expected to do and not at a crazy high level, they're going to make $1 billion in their career. They're not going to push like he did. They're going to quit. They won't last because the commitment, you got to have this, man, to be able to go out there every night. They won't do it. They got too much other stuff going on. They want to be rappers. They want to be this and play ball. James Harden epitomizes that. So they won't. They won't last that long. So that's why I say enjoy what you're seeing with this dude, man. We won't see this again. Karl Malone was the closest, and he came up short. We won't see it, man.
It's remarkable. I'm not taking that away at all. Like, LeBron James is a remarkable athlete, period. And so, again, like what he's doing right now, and we compared, Wemby, who's 19, he's going through, the early stages of his career versus what LeBron's doing. And even at the beginning of their careers, LeBron was at such a high level even early on. We compared him, Wemby, to KD the other day in the pregame, and you could see the stats. And to see what LeBron is doing now in year 21 is unbelievable. It really is.
Yeah, guy said Vince Carter. Vince Carter was coming off the bench, barely playing.
No, he was saying when I asked the question about who was the oldest. He was just throwing out.
Okay, we can name Robert Parrish. We can name a lot of people. Kareem is the second best. Kareem took care of his body. Kareem played to in his 40s. He was winning championships late in his 30s. Yeah, Kareem. But not many players have been able to do this. I'm going to tell you somebody else that can do it. If he wants to. Who you think?
Devin Booker?
No, not Devin. Devin's had some injuries early in his career that's going to linger. Like, a lot of those guys got through those. Like, LeBron has never had a surgery that we know of.
Yeah.
Okay, so to me, when you have like injuries early in your career, that lets you know at the tail end of your career, those things are going to come back. And so who do you think right now in the league right now, if he wanted to, and if people were patient with him, that he could play till he was in his 40s and still be athletically gifted?
Ooh, man. I don't know. You got a guess?
I'm thinking Steph. Because he's in incredible shape, and he could probably play later because of his shooting.
Okay, I would say two people then, because Steph is one of them. So good job, Ruby.
Chris Paul?
No.
I don't know who.
Russell Westbrook.
Oh, yeah.
Russell Westbrook at most nights is maybe the best athlete on the floor. And so I think him, always in shape. So it's just a unique thing, man. And so I just want people to appreciate him. I don't care who you love. I mean, it's not wrong to love MJ. Come on, man. MJ's ridiculous. Like I said, he's the greatest scorer ever in the history of the game, without a doubt. I will say that till I'm blue in the face. But just enjoy what you're watching. This dude is giving us an extra. Think about it. Magic retired young. Isaiah Thomas young. MJ young. Think about it. Bird young. Just think about all the great players you grew up watching.
Young right? In NBA context.
Right. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Like, they didn't play but 13 years, 14 years, 12 years. Just think about what this dude is giving us, man. Like, he's giving us 21 damn years and still going. Appreciate that. No matter what you think of him. It's like you turn on the TV, you see the Lakers are playing, your butt sit there and you watch it. Because you want to watch that dude. So, stop the hatred, man. It just gets.
I don't know if anybody's hating.
No, I didn't say you.
I just said I don't
people,
think.
They hate. It's my co-host for SiriusXM NBA Radio. I guarantee you.
He hates life.
We'll do the show today. And the only thing that's going to save him, and it's unfortunate because we lost the great Bobby Knight yesterday. Yes. And my thoughts and prayers go out to Bobby Knight family. All the players that he coached. I just got off the phone with my good friend Mike Woodson. We're going to have him on the radio show today, NBA Today, SiriusXM NBA Radio, and we're on from 1 to 4. We're going to have Mike Woodson on, Randy Whitman, and Quinn Buckner to talk about the great Bobby Knight. And I am telling you, man, it's like you have to appreciate stuff. And, that dude was tremendous. But you got to appreciate greatness, man, and accept it and love it and kind of balance your dislike for somebody. And my co-host, I'm telling you, he's happy because we're going to talk about Bobby Knight, and he doesn't have to talk about what LeBron did last night. And that's hatred.
Yeah.
All day long. It has nothing to do with anything else. And to me, I totally disagree with him with it. It doesn't matter to him because he's going to do what he wants to do. But that's the kind of person I'm talking about.
Yeah. Well, let's pivot for a second since you brought it up in Bobby Knight. And, honestly, growing up, in the 80s and 90s, I always looked at Bobby Knight as the type of coach outside the antics. I always looked at him as the type of coach that I kind of wanted to emulate in terms of his philosophy on how to build a team, take care and make sure players are held responsible for achieving success, not only on the court, but off the court, especially off the court. He held guys to a high standard academically. Mike Woodson would tell you that. A lot of guys would tell you that. And yeah, he had a little bit of rough edges, but you literally played against Bobby Knight. Mm-hmm. Do you have any stories or any experiences about Bobby Knight that you would like to share?
Tremendous coach, man. He recruited me as well. And he said to me, like, yeah, you coming to Indiana. I mean, it was a matter-of-factly type conversation, which was very intimidating to me. And I never thought that I would go there because, I played for coaches that, was whipping boys. I was their whipping boy, and but it was something about him that intimidated me. Mm-hmm. And so I chose to go to Illinois, a less, little milder, meddler, Lou Henson. But then I found out Lou Henson was just like Bobby Knight in practice. But, and they couldn't stand each other. Lou Lou wanted to fight him one game. Bobby Knight came all the way down. That's when they didn't have that coaching restriction line. He came all the way down almost to our bench, and Lou turned around like, you better get your – and we never heard Lou curse, right? But he didn't curse, but it was like insinuated a curse word and walked up to him like he'd get ready to fight him, and Bobby Knight turned and walked away, which was funny to me. But – no, he had respect for me as a player. He would say nice things to me after a game. But one of my best friends in the world, Mike Woodson, obviously very close to him now, the head coach of University of Indiana. the stories that they have about him is just unbelievable. But ultimately, they say that dude fought for you, man. Yeah. Like behind the scenes, he, after people saw how mean he was, all that dude stayed in your corner and he worked with you. So, yeah, he's been sick for a while, and so this was expected based on his health, and so now he's going to be, as he said, what is one of his quote? He did a poem, remember?
Oh yeah, he said,
"He hope they bury me upside down,
so my critics could kiss my ass."
Yeah. So,
well, hey, listen, obviously we pay our respects to the family for what they're going through right now, but a tremendous coach, tremendous basketball, IQ, and one of the greatest to ever coach the game. And he coached the Olympic team in '84 with Jordan and Robinson and all those guys. And listen, it's unfortunate.
Cut Charles Barkley.
He cut Charles Barkley. That's right. He did cut Charles Barkley, but
which was not the right thing to do. I think he apologized for that years later.
Yeah. So anyway, rest in peace, Bobby Knight. And I think with that, we'll go ahead and wrap up the show. We were going to talk about panicking, and listen, I think because of the way the D-backs went out, it kind of leaves a little bit of a sour taste in people's mouth. But I just like to reiterate to people, like, we could sit there and bitch and complain about everything in the world and every single game, and why did this player do this? Nobody's going to be perfect, and not every single game is going to be perfect. More importantly, I do think that I just want to say sometimes – people, we just need to sit back and enjoy the ride, the journey. Like, there's going to be ups and downs, but man, how sweet was it to see this team, not expected to do anything in the playoffs, go on that journey, surprise everybody, win 2 in Philly, which nobody thought anybody could ever do, and make it all the way to the World Series. A phenomenal year,
great year, man.
And these are the types of teams that make you fall in love with sports, because they make you realize the impossible is not impossible.
They'll be back. They'll have a tremendous year next year. They'll learn from it. They just ran into a team in Texas that was just anointed, man. Like, Texas was losing games in the playoffs at home, and they go 11-0 on the road. Mm-hmm. Like, they went 11-0. They were the better team. Yeah. That's all. Like, the way they came in here after they should have lost the first 2 games and won 3 straight, dominant form, they were the better team. And I think if you're a Diamondback or anybody in the organization, I think you walk away saying, okay, we're almost there. We got to get better. But we lost to a team that was damn good. We lost to clutch players like Seager.
Man.
I mean, he put him in the Hall of Fame right now.
Man.
This dude is unbelievable.
If we ever play the Rangers again, or anybody that Corey Seager plays for, and we pitch to him, I'm going to lose it. We should never pitch to that human being ever again.
He's unbelievable.
Man.
I mean, you think about it. I mean, the amount of home runs he's hit in the World Series, he's second to none. 6 in the World Series, 3 in this series, and all clutch home runs. All of them were clutch home runs. No. He was truly the MVP, and he was a problem that the Diamondbacks could not solve. Yeah. Remember, they had a meeting at the mound in Game 3, knowing that they talked about, okay, watch how you pitch this guy, blah, 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 blah. In the first pitch, he knocked it over the wall. Yeah. So right there tells you things just aren't going our way. A no-hitter in 6 innings yesterday. Runners on base every inning. Still can't score.
0 for 9 with runners in scoring position. That's when you knew, like, it's probably not going to happen.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
I did feel, though, if they won last night and they got Merrill Kelly back on the mound for Game 6, I did feel like, oh, man, this could turn around.
Because it's going back to Texas where they struggle.
Exactly. So, oh, well. Anyway.
Good for Dallas. Good. You get Dallas fans, they jump in my Twitter. They don't play in Dallas. No. Nah, they don't. They call it Texas Rangers. Yeah. Even though we're better, they're Arizona Diamondbacks, which is true. But at least we play in Phoenix. All right, y'all play what? Frisco? What they?
Arlington.
Yeah, you're not even in Dallas. Yeah. So y'all Dallas people, y'all can't be taken.
Might as well be Fort Worth.
Nah,
nobody cares.
Can't take.
Real quick, one super chat from Frank, $2. How good is Beal when he's back? First time watching. I mean, he's really good. He's one of the better players in the NBA, top 30. He's going to be able to break down the defense. He's going to be able to get to the rack. He's going to make sure that guys are having to focus on him, and he's going to make it easier for Booker and Beal.
Yeah, and he really hurt his back, people. If you think Bradley Beal is enjoying not playing, especially on a new team, as a player, man, that pressure on that man, trust me, he's wanted to play over this period of time, and they told him no. Because this, the marathon is important, not immediate. And so he just got to get his back healthy, man, and not have a reoccurrence, come back for one game to please people, have a reoccurrence, and then he's out for another 2 weeks. Can't do it. I lived that and done it, man. It's not fun. It's not fun. You got to get yourself healthy. You got time to do it. Hope these guys continue to play well. And then we'll see a lot of Bradley Beal. And the most important part we want to see Bradley Beal is what? Come March, April.
Yeah.
And so June.
He's close.
That's what we want to see. So he and Devin are close. And so we'll just have to be patient.
Mert Camille Bell, something like that, in the chat says, thanks, EJ, for not wearing sunglasses inside like the other dude. We're not going to throw shade at Flex. Flex can wear sunglasses inside as much as he wants to.
Flex! I haven't seen Flex yet. He up in playing superstar stuff.
Oh yeah, he always wears sunglasses.
Oh, he up in John Morant. Oh, he want to be John Morant like his dad.
He looks like T. Morant.
Yeah, oh really? That's what I'm saying. I say he wants to be his dad.
I told him he looks like the Puerto Rican version of T.
So really,
Morant.
Flex, you gonna show up to Arizona like that, dude?
I haven't seen his eyes in like 3 weeks.
Maybe he got some OGs going on, but hey, that's okay. It's legal. Come on, Flex. Show your eyes, man. Don't be up in there big time in us. This EJ town. He ain't moving into Phoenix trying to take over for me and Tom Chambers just yet. Now, you got to earn your stripes, rookie. Put you in your place, man. Don't be doing that.
You can watch Flex, myself, Lindsay, and Espo tonight.
K-Ray, Tom Leander. We run the town.
The next episode of PHNX Suns for the pregame show tonight at 6:30.
John Bloom.
As always, we appreciate you all joining us. You can follow my man over here on Twitter at JumpShot8. You can follow me on Twitter as well at Saul_Bookman.
Do you follow me?
Peace.
All right, follow me, please.